everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bilikis. Welcome to a new class which will be on how to make a built-up queen hand neckline. So it's like a blend of the built-up neckline and queen hand neckline all in one. It is very easy to make. You can use any of your bodice pattern to make this, either the one with that or the one without that. So I have one here. Let me just show you that. So here is just your normal basic bodies without that, just the waist that. So you can see how it looks. Then I'll be making use of the one that has the shoulder dart. So the dart has nothing to do with what we are about to do. It is just the neckline. You can have it with yoke, anyhow you want it. So all you have to do now is, here I added paper here because I'll be going up and that is required. So the first thing you will do now, from your center back, just draw the line upward. I can still move this forward. So I'll be making use of my pencil. I hope it's just visible. So this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go up by 2 1/4. So on the average, that is just perfect. So this is 2 1/4 from the back neckline. Again, confirm 2 1/4. So having done that now, here at the width, all you have to do is to ease it a bit, which is totally optional, but you don't want it too tight and uncomfortable. But in case you want that, you can just make your line right there. So here now, from this neckline, I'm just going to ease it by 1/4 inch. That's along the slope, which is here. So having eased it up by 3/4 inch, the next thing now is to go up from that part, go up by 2 inches. So 2 inches is here. So I want to be sure it is wide enough. Good, correct. So I'm going to make a straight line at that point, the 2 inches. So that's what I have. Then use your armhole curve to blend from that point in. Here, just make a little curve. Good. So this is what we want to have. So that is it for the back. So again, we did 2 1/4 here, and here 2 inches. And remember, we eased the neckline by 1/4 inch. So we are now going to blend this in. So as a guide, what you are just going to do is this. From the tip of the neckline here, just measure 1 inch. Then I'm going to use my armhole curve to blend it up. So that 1 inch will be a guide. So just blend it in. So this is what I have. Can you see how perfectly that is being done? So that is it on the back. The front is just as easy as the back. So what I'm going to do is to extend this slope forward. So having done that now, remember we eased the back neckline by 1/4 inch. You are going to do the same thing here. 1/4 inch, which is at this point. So from that point, just start measuring from that ease of 1/4 inch and measure 1 3/4. But if you are making use, if you are starting exactly on the neckline, so you just do 1 1/2. It's actually 1 1/2, but because of the ease, so from here down to the ease is 1 3/4. So from that 1 3/4, go up by 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, which is here. Can you see? So the next thing is to blend it down, just little, not supposed to be much, or just a straight line. So I'm using the straighter part of my curve. Okay, can you see? So that is what you are going to have to the 1/4 inch ease. So having done the build up now is done. The next thing is the neckline itself. So you decide how deep you want it to be. So like since she's a small size, I'll just make 4 inches from the neckline. So this is your neck, under neck region. So from there, let me just do 4 inches for her. 4 inches is fine. So for me, I'll be doing like 5. So from there now, I'm just going to mark it straight. Let me use dots. So it sum totals to almost 7 inches. Then I'll come here. So this is it. So I'm just going to use a dot line. So you can see that. So that's the neckline for the queen hand. The next thing I'll now do is, you see this 1/4 inch we use as ease, just use this as a guideline. So this is 3 inches. I'm just going to come here. So that's 3 inches. Then I'm just going to connect with a dot 2, because we just need it as a guideline. So this is the neckline we are working with. Like for me, I can make it up to 5. You can even make it lower if you want. So the next thing I'm going to do here is this. Pay attention. From the 4 inches neckline depth, I'm going to go up by 1/2 inch. So just mark the 1/2 inch. That's the 1/2 inch there. Then I'll go in by 1/2 inch. Just try it. It's going to work out. So from that point now, let me mark a straight line so you get what I'm saying. So this is it. I'll go over it again. From the neckline, I came back by 4 inches for the neckline. For me, I can be doing about 5 inches. Well, yeah, 5 is okay for me, except I just want to show off my boobs. 5 inches. Then using this ease, the 1/4 inch ease as a guide, measure whatever you have. This is 3 inches. At that point, mark 3 inches and just connect to make it a guide. Then from the neck depth, go up by 1/2 inch. Let's say I'm using 5, I could go up by 1 3/4. If you're using like 6, you could do 2 inches, but 1 1/2 is just okay. So from that 1 1/2 inches, go in by 1/2 inch. Can you see that? And mark it. Then you can connect first. Let us connect our built up neckline. And you see how easy that one is. Now here you can decide to have it straight. This is it. Good. So you can see the neckline is perfectly formed. You can even for style, you can just make it a bit curvy rather. Can you see? You can just have something like this. So it totally depends on your preference, whichever one you want. And trust me, we are done with the built up queen hand neckline. So you can see that. So what I'm going to do is to just cut out the half bodies, sew it up, and then we see how it is. So I want to cut the back so that you can see how it is. Then at this shoulder tip, you should have the same measurements. So you can see how it is. And here, this is how you cut out the neckline. I see. So I'll go to with the straighter parts. It depends on your short choice anyway. To tailor the pins on your preference. Can you see the neckline? So then I'm going to cut the shoulder. I've cut out the front panel too. This is what it looks like. So I can either sew up the waist dart and the shoulder dart, or transfer the shoulder dart all to the waist. So it depends on my preference. Note the front is going to be on fold. I'll just transfer the dart. This is totally optional. So this is it. So this is what it looks like. So what I will do now is to place it on the calico to cut it all out, then we can sew it up. Right now I've cut it out on the fabric, so this is what I have. Looking at it, since I'm not joining it up with lining, so I didn't add seam allowance to the neckline or the lower part, so only to the shoulder and the sides. So we'll see how wide the neckline is going to look like. So that's all I did. So let me show you now. So this is the back, 3/4 here, 3/4 here, and also the shoulder, because those are the parts we'll be joining together. Then this is the front. So now this is the darts. So that's the darts. So looking at it, this also have to go off. So you can see I marked these very parts after opening it up. So this is what the front looks like. So can you see the neckline? So beautiful. So by the time we take in the dart, it will be more fitted. Then the back, you have 2 pieces. So the zipper allowance, that's what it looks like. Next thing I want you to pay attention to when you are drafting is to measure the shoulder. It should match, but I know it will, that's why I didn't. But always check. Okay, here I have 6 inches. So here too you should have 6 inches. So you should check that. Very good. I have 6 inches too. So let me just sew it up and show you. I've sewn it up. This is what it looks like. You will see the beauty on the mannequin. What I just want to emphasize is, look at this curved area. You need to notch that part so that it relaxes. There's nothing difficult in sewing it. You can see the way it relaxes after cutting it. So that's very important. You can see, so by the time you give it a good press, it just lays so well. So let me place it on the mannequin for you. So guys, this is what the neckline came out like. You can see it's so beautiful. We have 2-in-1, the build top and queen Anne neckline. So it could be deeper, it could be higher depending on your preference. So don't mind, because the draft measurement I used was 36 and the mannequin is 38. That's why it's not really where it should be. So the person is smaller than the mannequin. But still, we got the concept and the neckline. So I want you to try this on your dresses. It could be with yoke, however you want to style it. And if this tutorial has been helpful, please give me a giant thumbs up, share my videos. And if you are interested in our online classes, very detailed classes, you can use the number in the description box below to get to us. Here we have the corset class, we have the trouser class, the bustier class, and all. I remain your girl Bilikis. Bye guys.